So what do we mean exactly when we say that we need to be more Jesusly? Well, I define it in the book as just being like Jesus. But what does that mean? And how do we know what Jesus was like? I mean, how do we really know? We don't know what he looked like. We don't know what he sounded like. But we do know what he was like in terms of his character. We do know how he treated people who were different than he was, who were treated different by society and by culture. We do know that. And so today I'm in Jerusalem and I'm standing at a very significant place, something that happens in John chapter 5. And this is known as the pools of Bethesda, where we have a story of a man who has been paralyzed for 38 years. And although this isn't a teaching per se on that miracle and why Jesus healed that man and what the angel of the Lord in the water was and all the significance behind that, what I want to talk to you about today is the way Jesus treated him. This man was a throwaway culturally. He was in the way, he was a bother, he was a nuisance, he was a drain on the system as far as his contemporaries were concerned. And day after day, he desperately wanted to get into the waters, and day after day, he was overlooked. He was considered to be an outsider, and he was definitely an outcast because he was paralyzed, and no one would do anything to help him until Jesus comes along. And he sees the man. He doesn't just see his physical condition, but he sees the condition of his heart. And our Jesus just can't walk by and let him be. He stops here and he sees him. He looks into his soul and he says, I know who you are. I know what you want and I know what you need. And that's what being Jesusly is all about, is seeing through that person right to their heart to know who they are and what they need. So I want to encourage you to continue to follow him and be Jesusly.